Emma, the female protagonist, is a career-driven woman. She's just opened a clothing store with friends, eager to fulfill her long-standing dream. She has a loving husband, leading a pleasant life. Lately, though, something odd has occurred. Every night, Emma has the same nightmare. In it, a little girl, whom she doesn't know, is repeatedly startled awake at midnight. The girl's father calls her Little Hill Sparrow in the dream. Each time she wakes up frightened, she tells her father there's something scary in her bedroom. Her father, believing it's just a nightmare, consoles her, saying it's all an illusion. But after he tucks her back into bed and leaves, it seems that something really is under the bed. The sound of claws scraping terrifies the girl, causing her to break down instantly.
You okay?
Yeah. It's just a dream.
The nightmare's persistent torment, coupled with the recent work-induced fatigue, had plunged Emma into a state of profound depression. As a result, she reneged on her promise to her husband regarding having a child. Naturally, her husband remained entirely oblivious to all of this. One night, the couple was abruptly jolted awake by a peculiar noise emanating from beneath the bed. The husband hastily bent down to peer under it, yet discovered nothing. Nevertheless, Emma was adamant that the sound had unmistakably originated from under the bed. Thus, the husband bent down once more to look, and to their horror, a terrifying sight unfolded.
Mark, what's happening?
Mark was unexpectedly snatched away by an uncanny and mysterious force, vanishing without a trace. Emma was left there, petrified, sitting motionlessly with a look of sheer horror on her face, completely at a loss as to what she should do. Time slipped by unawares, and a month had elapsed in the blink of an eye. As there was not even a shred of clue regarding Mark's whereabouts, the detective in charge of the investigation cast a suspicious eye towards Emma. Taking into account that there were absolutely no signs of a break-in at the scene, and coupled with the fact that her testimony seemed so outlandish and far-fetched, the police authorities began to harbor the suspicion that she was the one who had committed the heinous act of murdering her husband. The moment Emma heard these accusations, she quickly and vehemently refuted them.
And what exactly would my motive be for murdering the person I was in love with, the man I was trying to have a child with?
When it comes to marriage, there's always more of a story. I'll keep looking. And I will find something.
After her husband Mark went missing, Emma stayed at her best friend Luna's house. Despite continuous efforts to find clues about Mark's disappearance, she found nothing. Luna started to doubt her, and Emma was on the verge of moving out. Then Luna gave her a pile of letters from people who accused Emma of using a far-fetched story to cover up her murder of Mark. Among the letters, one from a doctor named Taylor caught Emma's attention. Taylor expressed belief in her story and invited her to the hospital. Emma went to St. Benjamin's Hospital. Taylor told her about his vegetative patient Mary, who had been in that state for 10 years. When Emma asked about the connection between Mary and Mark's disappearance, Taylor took her to Marius' ward and explained that Mary, during nightmares, might project subconscious things into reality, something he initially didn't believe but witnessed himself. After witnessing a strange incident related to his vegetative patient Mary, Taylor told the nurse and security guard, but they found nothing, and others thought it was his illusion due to overwork. Taylor continued observing Mary and recorded her nightmare instances. Emma was surprised to find that Mary had a nightmare on the day her husband Mark disappeared. Despite it being hard to believe and not knowing Mary, Emma copied the data and discovered a pattern. Over the past 10 years, whenever Mary had a nightmare, someone disappeared mysteriously. Ignoring her friend Luna's advice to give up, Emma followed the clues to Maria's hometown, intending to ask Maria's father for information. When she entered the dilapidated house, she felt an unexpected sense of familiarity.
Where would I be?
Daddy, stop. I'm not a chickadee.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, I didn't think anyone lived here.
When Maria's father suddenly appeared, it startled Emma, but her dreams made her feel familiar with him. Emma talked about Mary and other details from her dreams, which made the father lower his guard. He then told Emma that he had killed a lunatic who escaped from a sanatorium when he found the man beside Maria's bed after hearing her screams, and since then Mary had changed and eventually became a vegetative patient. Emma stayed to find the truth and entered the dream world where she saw Mary, young Mary, Dr. Taylor, and two children. Mary said it was the subconscious world, and those there had a connection with her. The dream collapsed when an evil shadow appeared, and Emma woke up to find Mary was having a nightmare again and a boy had gone missing. At the scene, Emma recognized a girl from her dream. The detective suspected Emma of murder due to contraceptive pills found at her home. Emma then went to Dr. Taylor's and shared her discovery, believing the dead lunatic had invaded Maria's subconscious and was using her dream ability to do evil. She asked Taylor to find medicine to stop Mary from dreaming, and just then, the phone rang.
Hey, you asked me to call you.
There was an EEG spike. Well, there's a big one happening right now.
No! No! Julian!
The sudden appearance of the evil entity scared Emma again, as it seemed to be taking the initiative. Mary, who had been in a vegetative state for 10 years, unexpectedly woke up, astonishing her father. Fearing she might be the next target, Emma decided to kill Mary to end the ordeal. Before going to the hospital with a knife, she sent a final message to her friend Luna. Unaware that Mary had been taken home by her father, Emma reached the hospital ward, only to encounter the terrifying monster under the bed. After struggling desperately, although she managed to break free from the restraints, Mary suddenly appeared in front of her. Mary said that she had been helping Emma all along. Since Emma didn't want to have children with her husband, she made Emma's husband disappear completely. Now, Mary wondered why Emma was being so hostile towards her.
I show you my world. I trusted you. But you were gonna take it all away.
Mary, you are really powerful, but you don't have any control over it.
Oh, you dumb bitch. I am not the victim of this power. I am the master of it.
It turned out that Mary hadn't been under the control of an evil spirit, rather, she had been the mastermind behind everything all along. By the time Luna sensed that something was amiss and hurried over, she witnessed that malevolent entity swiftly overpower Emma. Then, it dragged Emma beneath the bed and vanished without a trace in an instant. This terrifying sight sent Luna into a fit of screams. When the detective eventually arrived at the scene, the room was already empty. Luna was the only one left there, completely devastated and repeatedly calling out Emma's name in despair. As the scene transitioned, Mary on the other side of the room also roused from her slumber.
Don't ever leave me again.
I never left you, Jackie. I was always here.